is my boss too. The boss in the house today. Please give her a big welcome. Passionate about her community and fab at her job. Please welcome Sophie Phillips, Head of Community and Resident Engagement. Hi, Sophie.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Baz.
Are you ready, Sophie, to spread
I'm ready to go.
You got a full treasure on with you. Trust me. You know what you are going to become the most popular person on this event after your session. Good luck, Sophie.
Brilliant. Thank you, Baz. Hello, everybody. So my name's Sophie Phillips, and I am Head of Resident and Community Engagement at Red Kite Community Housing. For those of you that don't know much about Red Kite, we're a housing association and we're based in High Wycombe, which is in Buckinghamshire. I'm going to talk to you over the next 10 minutes about funding and volunteering. Before I talk about that, I just wanted to briefly ask you a question. My question is, what are your dreams? No matter what age you are watching this, we all have dreams at some points in our life. It might be a dream from the past that you've already realised, or it might be a dream or aspiration that you have for the future. And sometimes, no matter what your goal is, the obstacles can seem like they are too big for you to reach what you want to achieve. And what I really wanted to say today is, don't let those obstacles take your eyes off of the goal. Keep focused on what it is you want to achieve, because my message to you is, no matter what challenges you face, there are organisations like the ones you've seen today and yesterday that are committed to helping you to overcome those challenges and to achieve everything that you dream of. So Red Kite Community Housing is an organisation that was founded on a principle and a commitment to help our communities to realise their potential. How do we do that? Well, we do that through a variety of different routes, and I've listed some examples on the screen. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit about each of them. So I'm going to talk about funding through Springboard and Starting Blocks, volunteering, which we've heard a lot about today, community events and awards, and also employment opportunities. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about Springboard. Springboard awards grants of over £2,000 to fantastic organisations and projects across High Wycombe. Over the past couple of years, we've awarded over £50,000 to youth projects. Our residents and our staff help us to review applications, and they meet 4 times a year. So one of the opportunities I wanted to put to young people today is, could you join us on that panel and help us to allocate over £100,000 worth of grant funding a year? What an amazing experience to add to your CV, and a great thing to be able to discuss at interview. And lovely Lee, who's helping us to facilitate live streaming today, I think is now going to share a quick video with you about what Springboard is all about. Fantastic. So I've talked a little bit about Springboard. I now want to talk a little bit about Starting Blocks. And if you've seen the teasers and the promotional trailers for this event, you'll know that this is something we're really excited about. So our Starting Blocks funding is available, and it gives grants of up to £2,000. It says on the slide there about grassroots and tenant potential. What does that mean? Well, 2 of the key priority areas where we're looking for applicants is around tenant potential and grassroots. Grassroots is any kind of community activity or project. It could be a volunteering initiative that you want to set up locally. It could be a coffee morning. It really could be anything. It's just those people that are the superstars locally, making a real difference to the places where you live. And tenant potential is talking about our tenants and residents, so people who live in Red Kite properties, and it's about awarding them grants to help them to achieve a particular career aspiration or access an education opportunity. And there's a quick application process with a decision often being reached within just a week. So I wanted to give you some real examples of places where Starting Blocks funding has made a real difference to individuals. We've funded somebody to access a personal training qualification. We've paid for books to enable a parent to complete their college course. We've also funded 3 young people to gain NVQs in construction. We've paid for a teaching assistant qualification for another young person. The message I want to give you today is that we are here to help remove the barriers that you might be facing to reaching your fullest potential. So you might be watching this and thinking, okay, this is all well and good, but could a Starting Blocks grant really help me? So I just wanted to say, if you are living in a Red Kite property or the surrounding areas, so if you live in the wider Wickham area, this could apply to you. If you're somebody who wants to start a business and you're looking for some extra support, again, this is an opportunity for you. Maybe you're really passionate about launching a project. It could be to benefit the environment, it could be around mental health. We want to hear from you. You could benefit from a grant. Or perhaps you need a qualification, a piece of equipment, or even a uniform to be able to access your dream job. Get in touch with us, we may be able to help. So I mentioned at the beginning about volunteering. I would really encourage you to think about boosting your skills at Red Kite. We know that often the biggest barrier to accessing employment is not having the relevant experience. Employers will ask for experience, but until you get given a job, it's really hard to gain that experience to be able to evidence that you've got those skills, isn't it? Well, at Red Kite, we've got 11 different volunteering pathways. As I mentioned earlier, you can help us to award grant funding. You can help us to shape key decisions. You can help us to procure contracts. You can help us to even hire staff to work at Red Kite. You can join our interview panels. There's a whole host of opportunities, and I'd really encourage you to get in touch by emailing us at the email address that's shown on the screen, volunteering@redkitehousing.org.uk. Now we're going to play another quick video just to tell you a little bit more about what you could expect if you volunteered with us. Fantastic. So I've told you a little bit about volunteering. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we do to celebrate our community. So you can see the list on the slide. We run an impressive programme of events across the year, and they do all sorts of different things to celebrate our community and help people to realise their potential. We've got our annual community morning, which is all about giving back, volunteering, hands-on in the community, and lots of the organisations that have joined us today have worked with us on those events in the past. We have annual neighbourhood awards where you can nominate local heroes in your community to be recognised for the amazing work that they do. We've just recently delivered our annual Enterprise and Business School, which had to be delivered virtually for the first time, and the incredible Baz did an amazing job of making it an incredible success. The feedback that we received from that event was incredible. We've also got networking breakfasts, which bring together lots of different local organisations and individuals, helping them to find ways to work together, to grow, and to make sure that they are here in the community doing their brilliant work for many years to come. So that's about it from me. There are 3 key takeaways I really want anybody who's watching this today to take away from what I've said. Firstly, if you are facing an obstacle, there will be someone that can help you in overcoming it. If you're a Red Kite resident, if you live in one of our communities, we will be able to support you in overcoming that obstacle. I'd really urge you to talk to us about grant funding. I think often there's a mindset, isn't there, that things seem too good to be true. If there's a grant available, it couldn't possibly be for someone like me. That's certainly how I felt at times in my life. But what I would really say to you is there are people out there who do want to help. And all of the organisations you've seen over the last 2 days are really proof of that, aren't they? Finally, we offer tailored volunteering opportunities to help you to gain the experience that you need. So again, get in touch, drop us an email or visit the website. You might be surprised how we can help you to get the experience that you need to help you to secure your dream job. And finally, don't forget to check out our website. We've got vacancies alive at the moment, and there are vacancies that are being listed all the time. So Red Kite are also an employer locally, and if you're looking to develop a new career in a different industry or sector, housing is a really great choice. That's it from me. So I'm going to open up to questions if anybody wants to ask anything. Thank you so much.
That was brilliant, Sophie. Great stuff you shared with us. And I've got great feedback and lots of questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Baz. Thank you.
Lovely. Look, Sharon has asked, how long does the application process take?
That's a really great question. So if you're looking to apply for a grant of up to £2,000 via Starting Blocks, a decision is usually made within a week of you applying. So it's super quick.
That is great. Halima has said absolute practical opportunity. Thank you for sharing, Sophie. Really great. If a young person is not confident in completing the application form for a Springboard, is there any help?
Definitely. That's a brilliant question. Thank you so much for asking it. So myself and my colleague Nahida, we work really hard on Springboard and Starting Blocks, and we believe that nobody should be unable to apply because they find the application process daunting. You can find all of our contact information on the website. You can give us a call, you can drop us an email. We've got a dedicated email address for Springboard, so it's springboard@redkitecommunityhousing.org.uk. Send us an email across, we'll be happy to help.
That is great. And I think it's going to be so useful for people because, sometimes, and I know this, Sophie, because we work together. So I can't pretend, oh, that is great. Because I know you guys, how much you support, people with their applications and all their requests coming through in our inbox. So you guys doing great work. Carla has said, it's great to hear what current volunteers are saying. So encouraging. That was a great video, Sophie, by the way. Fantastic.
Oh, we couldn't do it without our amazing volunteers. And the thing I would say is people who haven't tried volunteering before, honestly, volunteering really can change your life. And I think anybody who has volunteered that's listening to this will know, because once you felt the experience firsthand, it just opens so many doors for you. And I think if you want to join a friendly and welcoming team that's local, based in High Wycombe, definitely think about volunteering with Red Kite.
Absolutely. Joe has said, are volunteering opportunities still available during the pandemic?
Oh, what a brilliant question. So like many organisations, the pandemic did throw a bit of a spanner in the works at first, and we had to find completely new ways of undertaking our traditional volunteering activities. But absolutely, yes. We've got more volunteering opportunities than ever. We've adapted really well during the pandemic. We've found digital ways of engaging. And actually, a lot of our residents are saying being able to engage digitally is actually more accessible to them than having to come into the office. So although it's been a really challenging year, we've been able to adapt and come out stronger than ever.
Oh, absolutely. Halima has said, love the 3 key takeaways, Sophie, and that was great. I loved it too. And these were the comments for you, Sophie. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to have a quick chat with you. What's your plans? Because we are in the pandemic, nothing is open, can't go on holidays. What are you going to say about it?
Well, I think, you know what? I think, and Baz, you know this because I've said this to you lots of times, but the thing I would like to really say is when the pandemic first kicked in, I mean, I've worked in the community for the last sort of 10 years. And when the pandemic first kicked in, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm a people person. I love meeting people, talking to people, hearing their stories. I love engaging with volunteers and working with staff. How on earth am I going to cope working from home? How on earth am I going to do all the things I love about my job from home? And I think, like so many other people listening to this, I've realised over the last year that actually there's so many benefits that come from this way of working. We're able to reach out to people who maybe it's disability, maybe it's work commitments, maybe it's care commitments. We're able in some ways to engage with more people than ever before. And that's not to say there aren't challenges, technology working, using the Wi-Fi working, and making sure there's not any background noise. You know, there's so many different things to overcome. But I think what we've shown and what we've seen across Buckinghamshire and across the world over the last year is what we're capable of, how much resilience we have, and what we can achieve when we embrace innovation and really strive to do the best that we can.
Absolutely, Sophie. Sophie, you have worked in the housing sector for quite long. You know, you got an impressive profile. What is that one thing that you would tell a young person looking to make their career in the housing sector? What is that one key thing you would, share with them based on your experiences and your own journey?
Oh, that's a really great question, Baz. I mean, if I'm honest, I never set out to work in housing. I think many of us, it's the case. You know, we lots of my colleagues and people who worked in housing for many years. All that happened was I finished university and I thought, I just know I want to make a difference. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I know I want to work for a not-for-profit organisation. And I started out in housing as a trainee, and now I'm 9 years later, I'm a head of service. And so what I would say is, firstly, don't rule out housing as an option. If you want to work in IT, there are jobs in IT. If you want to work in the community, there's jobs in the community. If you want to work in development, if you want to work in finance, there's so many different career options for so many people. There's careers in communications, graphic design, all sorts. So what I would say is the one most important thing to bear in mind is that housing is a brilliant opportunity for people. There's often apprenticeship opportunities that are available in the housing sector. There are housing organisations based up and down the country. There's so much that can be gained from a career in housing, and whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever your skills are, there'll be a role that fits you.
Absolutely, Sophie. This is kind of similar to me as well, because obviously I've come from higher education background. And from there, and the journey from there to housing sector has been absolutely fantastic. And Red Kite is an amazing company to work for. I don't think I would have received such great opportunities that I received at Red Kite. So I'm going to be celebrating my 90th birthday with Red Kite, that is for sure. I'm not going anywhere because that's how much I enjoy my job, and I love Red Kite. I've got a lovely comment from Mike. I completely endorse what Sophie has said about the huge contribution volunteers make to the work of Red Kite. We couldn't be as effective without you.
It's fantastic. I mean, volunteers really do make a world of difference. The amount of time, energy, passion, commitment they give to us, it really helps us to make a difference.
Absolutely. Mike is our chairman of board. Mike, thank you so much for joining us, and you're watching us. We would love to get your feedback, and he is absolutely amazing and so supportive. We are so lucky to have a board and a chairman like that. Now with that, Sophie, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much. That was extremely brilliant, and I can't wait to see you shortly and hopefully celebrate the success of our event. Woohoo!
Thank you so much, Baz. It's been an incredible opportunity.
Thank you. Take care, Sophie. Great. So that was Sophie Phillips, our head of resident and community engagement with